became the predator and I did this to you. And I realized that this was part of, the cycle, and I continued it. And I'm so sorry. Like, if he would have done that and stood 10 toes down without justifications, without, just took accountability 100%, I think that it would have helped me in my journey to heal.
I think
Instead I had people in my family guilt tripping me about not forgiving him, guilt tripping
that's
me.
crazy.
It's
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you because I'm starting to hear that a lot more. Like last night, somebody was saying how she told people in her family they just didn't believe her. You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like that could hurt worse than the actual acts and stuff. Acts of
and I'll
the
be honest, no cry zone. It's not really that they didn't believe her. The truth of the matter is, at least in my family, I feel like it was more about keeping it undercover. Don't make our
right.
family look
Right.
bad.
That's even more worse. For
That's really what it was for me, anyway. Like,
but you know what?
don't.
Hold on. I want to say this though. I think like how you say how that made you feel as a victim. A lot of these people, I think that they wanted to know because they feel like the lie was more, and it was about him because he was the one up here telling his story. But they wanted, to hear more about how the kids are coming out. They wanted more questions about them. And I think, like, since you said that these people wanted to know more, like, did his actual victims get a chance to feel this way? You know what I'm saying? Like, has
Right,
he said that to them? Not, not
right.
TikTok, but
And in
did
reality,
they get a chance to feel that, kind of closure like you feeling or know that he's sorry or whatever? Like, we don't
right,
know because I don't remember nobody asking, like, have you, you know, apologized to them? I'm not sure, but
right. No,
that's
but
the
you're
type
right,
of
because at the end of the day, look, at the end of the day, this is not something that needs to be public. Like, it's really nobody's business. Let's like, it really isn't,
Now, see, I
right?
don't like when people say
But
that now because
no,
it
no,
is
no,
when you
no, no.
talk about
Like,
it.
it's up to me as the victim to decide if I want to make it public, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right. So,
yeah.
at the end of the day, the only one who gets to decide if what you're doing, your actions, your accountability, your words or whatever is good enough for me. Nobody else. You don't get to guilt trip
They
me
just
and
want to
trying to
know.
tell me that I have to forgive him, or her. You don't get to decide that. I decide that.
Yeah, I
And
know, I get
so
that.
the fact
Yeah,
that
that
to me
the
for
fact that
me for me the way that I look at it is the fact that this man decided to put himself out there, right? He knows the backlash he's gonna get, but he did it anyway. And at the end of the day, he's also human. He's gonna be a little bit offensive and whatever the fuck, but uh, whatever. Like, I'm not even gonna excuse that point, because at the end of the day, like, you really don't have no fucking excuse. But he put himself out there, and I really truly wish that the person in my life who did what they did to me would have held themselves accountable to that degree, knowing, putting themselves out there, knowing the backlash they were going to get, because to some degree it really does satisfy me. I know you're going to get backlash, and the fact that you put yourself out there for that and you opened yourself for that, it's part of the consequences. And the fact that you're willing to.
She must have got a she must have got a phone call.
Oh, I'm sorry. The fact that you're willing to put yourself out there, knowing the
Can I say
consequences,
something real quick?
it says
The fact
something
that
to
you're
me.
willing to knowing the consequences, this says
The
something to me.
consequences are the backlash. It's the backlash.
Consequences are the backlash.
It's the backlash.
Hey, Miss Butter. Are we here? Everybody here? Sound
Hey,
check?
can y'all hear me?
There you go. Yep.
Are we here? Everybody here?
I said, can you hear me?
There you go.
Yep. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, what I was going to say, somebody was saying about his victims.
Yes, we can hear you.
He said that he could not apologize to them. He can't be around his victims. He can't speak to them.
Yeah.
So he can't apologize to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he said it last night. He can't contact them. He has no contact. The victims are with their mother. So, I mean, that's the conversation. That's the thing. The conversation was with him, not the victims. So there's no way to to get the victims to come watch or see. I mean, and we can't decide that for the victims. No one can decide for them to watch him talk. They don't want to. They might not want to relive it. They might not. They might be happy not having to ever see him again. We don't know. And even if you are a victim yourself, you can't dictate how that victim feels. We don't know. They have to voice how they feel. They have to express how they feel.
Go ahead, Miss Butter. I'm
Well, I
sorry.
think it's ridiculous for anybody to want to actually talk to the victims or them kids to get up here and all of that. I was just saying
I
that
think
people
that's
wanted
going
to
way too
just in
far.
general know if that had happened or whatever.
Because they've been through enough, especially with Voodoo Bay bringing this to the app and what he did to them as well. Like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. No need for them to keep reliving this trauma.
The kids are not skipped over. Like, they're children. They went through this, and like they have to process it, and we can't force kids to talk about what happened to them. So there's no way for us to talk to the kids. They're
Yeah,
the
I'll be live
victim.
tonight.
Like, so the kids are not skipped over at all.
But just legally, he cannot have any contact, or he will go back to prison. He can't talk to them. He can't contact them.
Hold on a second, because
Okay.
I have
Okay, my brother.
listen, and I'm going to say this as a victim. It's not it's not that the kids can't speak on it. Is that the kids are not allowed to speak on it. That's the difference. So when you are constantly told, don't, it's gonna make the family look bad. Don't air out the dirty laundry. Or like in my case, it's like, do you want your dad to go to jail? He's gonna kill him. Like this guilt tripping or this, all these type of shit that as a kid, you're being told not to say nothing because of all these quote unquote consequences that are going to happen on your family, on yourself. Like, no, it's not that you can't, it's that you're told that you shouldn't.
And y'all think about this.
That.
She is still married to him. Their mom is still married to Silverback.
I understand that, but we also got to understand the grooming that happens within these abusive situations, because even the wife is groomed and led to believe that he's right. This is not a cut dry situation. This is a lot of grooming behind the scenes going on. He said it himself in his life. Like, their goal is to silence and discredit. She's a victim as well of gaslighting and manipulation. So we can't take her word right off the back of what she's saying, because she was groomed and manipulated too. I'm going upstairs. Sorry, my dog. Pain in the ass.
The reason they're still married is because she's fighting the divorce. That's what he explained.
Exactly.
It. He doesn't want to be married.
He explained it. He
I saw the
doesn't want to be
paperwork.
married.
She refused to
Of course
divorce
she's fighting
him
it.
while he was
Of
in
course
prison.
she's fighting it. She's been
Somebody's
fighting it.
echoing.
She's been
Somebody needs
groomed
to go
to
on mute.
believe
Somebody needs to go on mute.
that she's wrong. How many DV situations we have seen where they protect the abuser? So
The paperwork that she's fighting the divorce. The victims are the children of this woman that the divorce is supposed
they
to be
all
for.
are though, Sobi, not
Like,
just the
well,
kids,
yes, but
the kids and the wife. They're all victims of his abuse.
okay, but that's my point. It's like, so the wife is talking and she doesn't want the divorce because she might be in whatever state that she has been manipulated to. But there's a divorce and she's not signing. So what else do y'all want to know? Go. The wife is going to be on live, I guess, with Voodoo Bay. You guys can go listen to what she got to say. I mean, that's to the point. That's all. What else do you want?
Right. I agree with that.
Like, I just don't understand. What's the victim? She got the divorce paper. She don't want to sign them. So what else do you want? He said that, and I'm gonna take Butterfell word since she saw the papers. So I mean, if she saw the papers and the woman won't sign the papers, then what else can what I don't understand. Like
No,
what the question is.
we can't force domestic violence. We can't force psychological and emotional abuse people to come out and be against their abusers. We can't do that. We just got to let them do it on their time, because it really is a grooming process.
All right. We're going to stick a pin in the conversation right here. Everybody, I'm going to need y'all to drop. We all going to dual live because Felisa has no other way to get in. All the pages are spinning, and I ain't feel like going to get mine. So we're all going to dual live. So
Into
everybody
my
come right back
page.
in. Yeah, she said
Yeah,
it didn't
for
work.
some reason she couldn't get on my page either. I tried that too. Like, yeah,
What?
something's going on.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. Because that's what I said
I
last
know.
time she logged in through the Gmail. That's why I told her to do the Gmail.
she
Oh my
tried. She
God,
tried.
I'm sitting here getting so mad because I've been like, I thought y'all was ignoring me all this time. I couldn't even believe it.
You
I've
was
been
on
on
mute.
mute.
Were you on mute? Were you on
I
mute?
was so
Girl, no cry
angry.
zone.
I was just like, this level of disrespect is just hit the fan. Like, oh my God.
No
Never, no
cry
cry
zone.
zone.
Cause I'm
Never.
like, can I at least say this before that happens? And I'm like, damn, they literally just like, fuck me.
Damn, no cry zone.
Wow. I'm so sorry, but can I say something? Because I've been trying to say this for like 30 minutes. I've been on mute.
Okay.
But
Oh
I just
damn.
wanted to say, like, can there be any, like, why is it everybody's a victim? Like, I'm sorry, it's just like everybody's a victim. Like, just like these crime channels, it's like the person that got like the victim, you know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, it's a great person and all that. You like, damn, why come they couldn't be an asshole? But what I'm saying is, it's like everybody got to be a victim. Why come to mama? I don't know. She could be a victim. Maybe she probably is or whatever. But why come she just can't be a bad person? Why she just can't be an asshole? Why she just can't be an ain't shit mama? You know what I'm saying? Like, why she got to be a victim? Why do everybody got to be a victim? I just don't believe that everybody's a fucking victim. I believe some people are just fucking bad people. And we all go through stuff, but we all go through stuff and everybody is act differently to stuff. Some people go through the same thing and one motherfucker just be a law abiding citizen and whatever. And the other one just go wrecking everything. And not to say that he ain't got no reason to, but what I'm saying is everybody's not no damn victim. In my book, in my opinion, this mama ain't. She do what she do. I'm just
All
saying.
right. So
She's the one
everybody
that got
drop down. We're going to all do live if y'all want to. If y'all want to come back up. Because police is having the worst time trying to. Is she live yet? I don't even think she's live yet. But yeah, everybody drop down and come back on the dual live. All right, it's telling me she's live, but it's not letting me invite her.
Oh, because I'm still in here.
Oh shit! All right, my bad. What's up, sis?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Everybody. I'm guessing everybody's gonna come back, but go ahead. You got the floor because we've been talking for a minute.
My signal kind of sucks. So if I go out, let me know, y'all.
Got you.
Like if you can't hear me, let me know. Um. Oh, where to start? Where to start? There's a lot to unpack with what's going on with this live right now. Um. I think because emotions are high, and people, hey y'all. Let can we just kind of let it build up a little bit? People are
Sure.
coming
Take
in,
your
and I
time,
don't want
sir.
to just like y'all
Want me
come
to put
on
some
in.
tunes on? I'll put some tunes on and let
No,
the.
like you can kind of give them a background, like a
We've been
background of
talking
what's
for
going
everybody.
on in
Everybody
your
been in here
life.
for a while. They know exactly what's going
In
on.
your life, but I got
Huh.
people coming into mine. So I don't want to just jump. Like I know, I do have a few people that, come into the lives that aren't in everybody's lives, so they might not know what's going on.
So
And then some people get your notifications and don't get mine. Some people get mine and don't get yours. It
I'm
took me
still
like
struggling with
20
mine.
minutes to get in your live earlier.
I was
Like it
struggling.
kept buffering. Huh?
I was struggling to get my for this page. I don't know. I don't think it's shadow banned. So this one sends out notifications, but my main page, no, I don't,
All
that
right.
that don't do not send out any notifications. Uh,
Hey, y'all coming in.
I'm in your comment section so I can see your comments. So everybody
Okay,
that
cool.
wasn't here last night, dang, I don't even know how to explain it. Uh, if you are familiar with Voodoo Babe and how Voodoo Babe came on this app and exposed a black man's story of what he did to his children. Um, that's what the conversation was built around in context that wasn't given out when that information was posted online.
Thanks.
And like I said, you heard I told you earlier, sis, it's something that's something I could never forgive, but I can't see myself trying to stand in a black man's way that's trying to rebuild himself, trying to do the right thing, standing in his
Okay.
accountability for what he did. And I said I don't want to trigger nobody, and I don't want people to think I'm forgetting about the victims because there are victims
Well,
here
let's
across the
start
board.
here. Let's
Mm-hmm.
start here. Forgiveness ain't ours.
Mm-hmm.
We're not his victims. Forgiveness is not ours.
Yes, agree.
So you can't forgive him for something he didn't do to you. You know what I'm saying? Something that you were not directly victimized or affected by. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing you can do is either judge him or don't judge him, and that's your prerogative. That's first and foremost. We are victims, but we're not. And those of us that are victims, we are victims, but we're not his victim. And we cannot put him in the space of accountability temporarily, right? To feed that high of wanting our own abusers to stand in their accountability. I think that's a lot of what was going on last night. A lot of people wanted accountability, and you might. I don't think a lot of victims recognize that they're doing this. They want accountability from the person that is being vulnerable, the person that is being open, the person that is being honest, because most of us don't get that from our own abusers. So we feel entitled to demand that remorse. But you don't know the story. You don't know that person. He might not feel bad. And I'm not saying that. And I'm gonna say them so that you know that I'm speaking in general terms and not specifically on Silverback. The abuser, they might not have any remorse. They might not find anything that they did wrong. And the thing about the truth is not for you to be comfortable. And that's another thing. I think we all want to be comfortable with whatever truth we're being given. So you want it to be presented to you in a way that is palatable for you, but it's not your truth. So you can't tell him what ingredients to use while presenting it. So if you want to hear the truth, you're going to have to sit in that discomfort and accept the truth for what it is. You can't come in dictating what he should and should not say, what he should and should not be. Because if you're demanding that from him, how in the fuck would you ever know if it's genuine or not? That has to be something he grows into himself, if he ever grows into it. And that's the thing. Change takes growth. Change takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. And it's very hard to sit back and hear someone speak about how they have abused somebody. That's not ever going to be easy. Not to those that have a heart, not to those that have sympathy and empathy for others. It's never going to be easy to sit back and listen to that. But it's not for you to forgive. It's not for you to demand the points of accountability. Because you're not his victim. We're not his victim. And speaking on victims, I want us to remember that just because someone has become a predator does not take away their victimhood. Becoming a predator doesn't mean that you weren't once a victim. That doesn't erase what happened to you. So to say that a predator is not a victim is unfair, because in this situation with his wife, yes, she is guilty. She is his accomplice. She's also his victim. She is also his victim. That's a whole nother subject. That's a whole nother spectrum of domestic violence. And this is why I'm very careful about how I talk about domestic violence, because I talk about domestic violence as a victim and an abuser myself. Because you can't convince me that I didn't have a hand in that abusive relationship that I stayed in for so long. And there are a lot of women in my past that didn't understand, oh, you're victim shaming yourself. You're victim shaming yourself. No, because if you're not in the situation, you see me the same way. You see me as the woman that stayed with the man that was beating her ass. And at the end of the day, I am that woman. And I justified it in my young mind as I'm fighting back. Hell, sometimes I'm hitting him first. At the end of the day, I was still his victim. He was still mine. He was still my predator, abuser. I was still his, and we were both abusing our children by staying in that fucked up, by staying in that fucked up relationship. And not until I woke up and realized what the fuck I was doing to my child did I get the fuck out of there. That's what woke me up, having a baby and looking at my baby, a year old, watching us fight like motherfucking feral animals out here. I didn't want that for my child. That doesn't take away what I did, though. I fought in front of him just like his daddy fought in front of him. That doesn't erase what happened to you as a victim. And it doesn't erase what you've done as an abuser. It's all truth that needs to be talked about. And truth is not necessarily an excuse. It's not a write-off. It's not a, oh, I admitted it, so now you have to forgive me. No, it's just I'm speaking the truth about who I am, what I've done, what I'm trying to do to change it, or even if I'm trying to change it at all. It's a very domestic violence, sexual assault, abuse, period, is a very complicated subject.
Right. And I'm learning.
Because so many parties are involved in it, especially when it comes to abuse in the household amongst the parents and the children.
You there, sis?
but it all has to
Oh,
be
there you
talked about. Yeah, can you
go.
hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, you good.
But
You
it all
good.
has to be talked about. It all has to be discussed. As uncomfortable as it is, it all has to be discussed. The good, the bad, the ugly, the heinous, it all has to be discussed on a deep level in order to understand. Sobi said something earlier. He said, if you're not listening to the abuser, how do you understand the abuser? And that's the thing. He's right. You can't get that account from the victim. The victim don't know why the fuck that the abuser is doing what they're doing. Hell, the abuser might not even know. But you're not going to find out without talking to the abuser. I don't know if everybody else wanted to come back in. I was kind of looking forward to having that conversation with everybody that was
I
this
know. I'm waiting
conversation
for
with
it.
everybody
I
that was
didn't see
on the
him.
panel.
Are y'all still in here, Miss Crazon? Where y'all go? I don't know where they went. They're not in my room.
I don't know.
I don't know where they went. They're not even in your room. Oh, she wanted to have a conversation with y'all. Y'all come back up. I think Miss Butter too. She wanted you to come. Your live ended. No, my live's still up.
Are you fucking shitting me right now? Hold on.
Hmm. You want me to pull up for what? He can come over to my live. I'm not never coming to that doofus live ever again. So don't come in here asking me to do that. He want to speak. He gonna come over here and speak like a man, like he said he was going to do the first time. I sure do, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Like I said, if he got something, he feels some type of way, he gonna have to come over here. Not coming to his live. He had that opportunity. He blew it. How did that work? You have to start your. I'm sorry, Miss Buddy. You have to start your own live. You can't guest live because we dual live, and you have to dual live us. You have to start your live, and I'll invite you to the dual live. Oh man, I don't know, cause they need to be in a safe zone. If he's if he too scared to come into my live, he can dual live
Hey,
me.
hey, hey,
He
everybody.
can stay in his little safe zone, but I'm not coming to his live. That's just out. Yes, because I understand Ms. Life. There's a lot of victims out here, and there's a lot of things that would trigger. We still talking about the live last night, Ms. Butter. Ms. Police wanted to have a conversation there where everybody that was in the live. Let him talk. All he do is talk. If he was a man, he would come to this live or dual live me and say what he got to say. Tell him to bring his proof too. Uh, no, don't even go over there. Don't waste your time. Don't even waste your time. All right, what happened? You there, sis?
Yeah.
It's breaking up a little bit. Yeah, I can't hear you, but I hear you
I
talking,
said
but I can't
they're
understand.
reporting, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
So everybody listen, man, they are reporting like I don't know what.
I don't get it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good now, sis. I
Obviously
believe
not. I
so
said that a
too.
while ago.
I believe so too. I creep. I tell y'all like this, because I'm not a victim of any type of abuse. I can't say that I am, but me, I have learned so much, and talking to a lot of the victims that I have talked to on this app, I learn every day. I learn every day something new because, like police have said, it is such a complicated and deep issue. But like I said, I do believe these conversations should be had. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even check this. Y'all coming back up? We was waiting on y'all. Did y'all want to do this later? Y'all too tired now? What's going on? Have to be right, Solo. Man, y'all are working hard out there, ain't y'all? Jesus, I keep dropping down to the red.
Right. I ain't even saying nothing.
Um, I know Miss Butter is at work. That's probably why she didn't want to host her own live. Uh, sis, what time you think you gonna go live later on if you got time? Cause I'll come back
I
live
mean, I'm
around.
working. I just took a break to go live. I'm working, so I just took a break to go live for a second
Yeah,
to be a part of that
conversation. I definitely want
conversation.
to have that conversation. I want everybody in here. And I'm gonna get you my information from my other page, so you can use that.
It ain't going. It ain't
It's
even gonna
still not.
matter because I can't. I can't log into any other account.
That's
Like I can't
wow.
add another account on my device,
That's wild.
and it won't let me. It won't let me delete an account either. So
Sheesh.
I can't.
Oh, you gotta log out if you. Is it log out manually? I don't fucking know. Jesus. Um,
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work. It just logged into the next account.
this is ridiculous. There's another way. What's another way?
That's why I never showed up. I was trying to. I don't know about uninstalling the app either, cause
Because
I
I
don't
swear to God, this
know
app
no
be so
password.
finicky at times. You don't want to even want to be doing that. I swear to God. I remember I did that one time and it wouldn't let me log into none of my accounts. I was so mad. It was like a whole day. All right.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna let you hold on to the live since I gotta step down for a minute to chillins so I can get them their food and I'll come back up. Uh y'all go over there sharing like her live, please. Sis, continue on what you talking about, cause You spit nothing but facts anyway. I'll see y'all a little later, okay?
All right, bro. See you later.